The Barclays Premier League trophy is in place on the podium, awaiting collection from Manchester City. The backroom staff are all in place right now. They're going to provide a sort of guard of honour, if you like, for the players and the management who played such a key role in picking up the fourth trophy in 5 seasons for Manchester City. Let's join for commentary of this momentous Manchester City occasion, Gary Neville and Martin Tyler.
It's certainly a different level in terms of the backroom teams than it was 10, 15 years ago. The medical sports science, all the advances in those areas are really important, but he's at the absolute heart of it.
Fearless again in the Premier League. Pep Guardiola. But even he, with all the experience he's had, and this is for the 10th league title in 13 seasons as a manager of senior sides, he couldn't have gone through what he went through in that first hour of the game very often.
No, I think that one of the images of Pep Guardiola's managerial careers will be him crying at the end at that final whistle, because I think he knew how hard and how much they had to dig in to get over the line this time. And he was pushed and tested like you wouldn't believe, but he got there.
Congratulations to Pep, his backroom staff, and all the players on yet another remarkable achievement for the football club. Please welcome the champions of England, the Premier League champions, Manchester
Pep Guardiola rightly leads the line, rightly takes the applause, makes the salute. He's unrelenting in what he demands from his players. He would have had an interesting half-time team talk at West Ham last Sunday and here today. And they've twice come back from 2-0 down to get across the line. And what is undiminished by his success is his appetite for more.
That's the thing that separates them. You think to yourself, what more can he achieve? And he can't achieve any more than just consistently carrying on, coming back every single day and putting those demands on the players and making them achieve them. And longevity is what he's now looking at, just doing it over a long period of time. An outstanding manager with an unbelievable mentality.
Wearing number 33, Scott Carson.
So the players, while we're looking at the players who've been involved, Ruben Dias, of course, missed out at the end of the season. The ones who are going up and getting the cheers are those who've played and not qualified for medals. But no wonder we focus on the likes of Ilkay Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne, who are waiting to go up and have the medals put round their neck. And we should not forget that we haven't had this kind of ceremony for a while. Cup finals where players had to pick their own medals up. And yeah, there has been, and you will read about 1 or 2 problems from the pitch invasion here. Steven Gerrard has come out and said that one of his players, Robin Olsen, the goalkeeper, was hurt in the invasion. And there is a responsibility for the welfare of players, but the jubilation, it does spill over, and the nature of the victory, I think, just added to that. That's an explanation, not an excuse.
Now we're seeing those Manchester City players rightly respecting those members of the staff that have held them all season. That collective spirit is so important. When you're together as a group, you travel away, as you said, Martin, 3 buses of them, 2-3 nights a week spending in hotels.
Richard Masters, the chief executive of the Premier League.
Our defenders, number 5, John Stones.
Well, John Stones has had a bit of a mixed season, but in between a slow start and a slowish finish, got himself back in the England squad. Nathan Ake, a couple of seasons here now and a couple of winners' medals.
Number 11.
He did well. He didn't do very well at West Ham, but today, Zinchenko, Gary.
A big game for him. Like you say, he struggled last week, but he's really passionate about Manchester City, Zinchenko. The fans love him, and I have to say, he came on in that second half and put a brilliant performance in.
Number 27.
Aymeric Laporte, been the last senior centre-back standing for a while. Now Cancelo outstanding. Nominated for that Players Player of the Year from the Premier League. And for Jack Grealish, a first winner's medal.
Yeah, big moment for him. A big test for him this season. Settling in season, he'll be better next year. And Rodri, well, he's had the most wonderful season. Consistent, dependable, and I think the best in his position in the league.
Bernardo Silva.
He was going to leave.
He was very much back at his best, though. Sometimes you have to stick it out with Pep. Ben Mason alongside Richard Masters putting the medals on. Gabriel Jesus, that 4-goal haul against Watford, got him back in the frame.
Number 26, Riyad
Mahrez, top scorer in all competitions. Of course, the penalty at West Ham might have gone against him, but it hasn't.
47,
I'll leave you to talk about him.
Well, there's nothing better, I think the lads in the studio have just been talking about it, than seeing one of your own come through and be successful. And he's a brilliant, brilliant football player, but now he's starting to get all the titles and medals that you need to go along with it.
Birthday for Kyle Walker next Saturday, he's 32, the same day Phil Foden is 22, still only 22 next week.
Yeah, we've got some brilliant fullbacks in this league, I have to say. They're a joy to watch. Walker, one of them.
Ruben Diaz, number 1 centre-back and sometime captain, and the man of the hour here, the goal-scoring German.
Where are they going to get it as good, these players? There's talk of some of them leaving, but why would they? And then he's the king of this stadium.
He's the on-field designer of City's style.
And finally, our club captain.
And a sentimental journey along the carpet for Fernandinho, 5-time winner. The perfect farewell after 9 years at City.
What a performer. Consistency, you talk about the longevity of Pep Guardiola and winning those titles, and he has that trophy in his hand, and he deserves to have it in his hand.
Well, in the final minutes of the final day, in a brilliant title race, mission accomplished in the Premier League for Manchester City. They used to have this expression, Gary, typical City. It meant long suffering. This is typical City now, holding up silverware.
4 in 5 years, it's dominance. Pep Guardiola's come to the club. Would he stay for this period of time? He is staying, and he's got more to look forward to. They've signed Erling Haaland, they're only going to get better. And they've got something going that's really special in that dressing room. They've got brilliant players, a fantastic style of play, and a manager with a monstrous mentality who just doesn't stop.
Well, they were top for 167 nights during the season compared to Liverpool's 11. But plenty of those nights would have been sleepless ones because of the pressure applied by Liverpool. They have played an enormous part in what Manchester City are able to celebrate here. And our commiserations to Liverpool, but real congratulations to Manchester City, who've done it again. They've won it again.
A classy moment, wasn't it, to leave Fernandinho right till the end there. Fernandinho, having picked up his 12th major trophy with Manchester City. He's been a great servant in 9 seasons, joining them from Shakhtar Donetsk in 2013. Cost £30 million. Look, it wasn't his day today. Substituted at half-time, but it's a real recognition of just what he has done. And by the way, Pep Guardiola, what a record, not just in terms of what he's won, but 70% plus win rates at Barcelona and at Bayern Munich and at Manchester City. And most people will say, well, he's always had the financial backing, hasn't he? But Pep has always been different. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and he always finds a way.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a manager, Jeff, when you're working with top draw players, you've got to be a top draw manager. People say, oh, well, you get the players and then you just play. You've got to control these players. We've seen it at Manchester United, as Dawes was saying earlier. You know, the managers haven't been able to control them players. He controls the players.
There is not a hint of dissent, is there?
No, and you have a look. That's a big squad. You know, Jack Grealish won't be jumping out of his he won't be throwing his toys out of his pram and going, oh, why ain't I playing? He'll get on with it, he'll accept it. You know, this man's a top draw manager. His man management skills must be phenomenal. You know, these players can play. You just got to keep on making sure that they're tuned in there right. But phenomenal.
Is it an inevitability?
And they should win.
Is it an inevitability that they'll win the Premier League next season with the addition of Erling Haaland?
No, I don't think that. I don't think that. I think Liverpool will take them all the way. I think if Chelsea can get consistency next year, we've seen Chelsea on their day. They've got to get consistent. Hopefully the club will get bought sooner than later, and they'll be in the mix again. Man United will be stronger next year. Tottenham will be stronger. Arsenal will be stronger. It keeps on getting harder and harder. You know, Man City are the team to catch, but fair play to Liverpool. What they've done is absolutely phenomenal, and they've taken Man City to the absolute limit.
But we're privileged to have two fantastic sides, aren't we? And you mentioned Chelsea and City, two key games against Chelsea this season, won 1-0 at Stamford Bridge, won the home game 1-0 as well. City 7-4 on to win the league next season. Liverpool are 2-1. Most of you really do fancy Chelsea. No, you don't gamble anymore.
Yeah.
They are 18-1.
No, that's silly. Yeah.
Manchester United 22-1, which some people might think is a little bit short at this stage. Well, it's true, isn't it? You know, they finished sixth in the table. You know, miles and finished on 58 points. You know, Manchester City have finished with 93. That's an unbridgeable gap, isn't it?
Yeah, 200.
Definitely.
Well, I think in football you just never know, though.
Okay, then.